Yo, what is good, everybody? We are back with a new video. The other day, I was actually having a conversation with one of my clients. And I don't mean to put him on the spot, but he was explaining to me how he was actually struggling to have proper form on his chest exercises and his back exercises. So I thought it would be a great idea to actually make a video on how to have proper form on your chest movements and your back movements. So one of the most common, if not the most popular chest exercise that I see so many people do is a dumbbell chest press. So the problem most people have when they are doing a chest press is most of the time they're using a weight they cannot control. So the first thing I would recommend somebody doing is use a weight that you know you can control. Like a weight that's still a bit challenging, but not so heavy to the point where you can't even control it. Well, obviously 25s is really easy for you. This is what proper control looks like. If you could do this with the weight and press properly, you know you're doing a good job. So let's say I decide to use this really heavy weight. I'm gonna give you guys the example of what it will look like if you do not know how to control it at all. If I can't even get it up, if I'm struggling to do it like this, then you know the weight is a little bit too heavy. And you need to lower it. Obviously, I am not weak as hell. I was just with one hand and it was really difficult for me to do that. So if you notice yourself actually struggling to even get the weight up, to even press it, you know the weight is a little bit too heavy. Another common mistake that I see a lot of people making when it comes to the dumbbell chest press, they have their arm positioning all wrong. What I mean by arm positioning is most people tend to do this when they're doing their chest press. They have their arms like really wide out like this, and they'll just press up. This puts a lot of tension on your shoulder, and you really do not want to feel your shoulder when you're doing a chest press as much. They're gonna put it in a really dangerous position. What I recommend is instead of having it at such a 90-degree angle like this, put it in a 45-degree angle. Bring it in closely. This is a lot safer on your shoulder, and you feel it a lot more on your chest. Instead of just putting it in a really dangerous position, actually making it harder for you to actually get stronger on your lift. Listen, I know that was a really weird positioning I put my camera in, but listen, I'm doing the best I can to try to get this value for you guys out here. So another exercise that I see a lot of people struggling with, and now we're gonna move to back, is doing back rows. My client was telling me they were struggling to actually get their arm all the way back to feel a contraction on their back while they're doing this movement. But this is an example of what I see a lot of people struggling with when it comes to their back rows. So what I see most people doing is they're thinking of it as like an arm exercise. Most people are like robots and just pulling up like this. While you're gonna feel a little bit of your back while doing that, there's one problem. You're getting more arm involved in the movement than back actually is. What I usually like to do is I like to actually get some movement in the actual exercise. Try to bring it closer to your hips. You feel more of your back while you're doing that exercise. I'm doing it like this. I may be bad at explaining things, but that is just a simple way for me to feel my back a lot better when it comes to a back movement, instead of just being a strict robot, just feeling my arms the whole entire time. Final exercise I see a lot of people also struggling with is their back shrugs. When it comes to shrugs, these are one of my favorite exercises for building that type of like superhero look. Most people, when it comes to doing shrugs, all they'll do is just bounce the weight up and down like this. They're just bouncing the weight up, trying to get as heavy as possible, trying to get as many reps as possible too. And usually their shoulders are forward like this. Which, yes, you are feeling your traps when you're doing this. What I like to do is I like to bring my shoulders back, and I like to flex up and pause at the top, slowly coming down. It is a lot difficult to do this. You might have to lift a lot less weight, but I promise you, you're gonna feel your shrugs a lot more instead of just doing this motion, bouncing up and down. So that was actually the first time I've actually ever recorded a tutorial video for you guys. If you guys are interested in seeing more content like this, please feel free to subscribe to the channel and actually comment what other videos you guys would like to see. I've really been taking a break off YouTube, really just trying to focus. How can I provide as much value as I can with you guys? I think I'm actually ready to come back full time and actually start grinding out videos for you guys. So some quick reminders before we actually end off the video. Remember to use a weight that you can actually control. Place your arms in the proper position so you don't injure yourself. Focus on actually feeling the muscle instead of just pumping out reps. Like always, I hope you guys are grinding every single day. I hope you guys are actually working hard towards your goals. Remember to always pray to God, because without God, we're not going to have any guidance in this world. And I'll see you guys in the next one.